Live? Am I live yet? I'm alive! All right, so it's Mama Chat for those that come in to watch this later on. If you haven't been on my Mama Chat before, it is all things kind of mama related and whatever the topic is of the day. And I do this every Tuesday at 2 o'clock. Oh, I got to put the thing on. There I go. Hopefully you didn't have to hear all that. Anyways, so if you don't know who I am and this is your first time coming in before everybody pops in here, because my girl Zap TV is like on, you're early. We're so excited because she's in Puerto Rico, and so we finally got that. Jay Ton has made it in. But anyways, Mama Chat is just the crazy ramblings of a kind of a mom hangout that we do here on YouTube on Tuesdays at 2 o'clock. I am a homeschool mom of 6 kids. I have 6 kids that we homeschool, ages 13 to 2, I think 2. And I don't know, you never know what we're going to talk about. And if you just kind of feel like you need to get a little socialization as a mom, as a stay-at-home mom, this is the place to be. And for those that are coming in, make sure you give me a thumbs up. Also, to get notified that when I go live, there's a little bell. There's a little bell next to the subscribe. You want to hit that bell so then you'll get notified that I'm live. So let me see. Green Gables in the house. Breath of Wonder. Why doesn't YouTube notify me when I'm watching other videos? I think you need to go, like I said, that bell. Click the little bell, and so then you'll get notifications when I'm up. AJ Raising Arrows is here. Yo Whopper Mama. Oh my goodness. I love that name. Yo Whopper. I wonder, like, it's probably like a last name, but it sounds like Yo Whoppers Mama. I don't know. We finally made it to a live stream. Yay! I do also, so I got to put on my information, and so for those that click in and then are like, what am I watching? And then they know what they're watching later on when they watch the replay. Because I get a lot of people that watch the replays. Also, so I'm just so Trish, just kind of creative ADHD brain with ADHD kids, with an ADHD husband. I think I could do like a whole like thing on just like how crazy is my house. And we live in 700 square feet for now. Tommy is in the house. Joel made it in. Yay. I do want to tell you, last week, like on Wednesday, we kind of kicked off, just like out of nowhere, we kicked off a sew-along, a beginner sew-along, and we had so much fun. And I don't know if I had so much fun because my daughter did it with me. So my oldest daughter did it with me, and it was great. It was fantastic. So she read the comments and kind of would give her a little thing in there. Jayton laughing. Crystal made it. Creative Minds is in the house. I love that baby. I love their baby. And I'm absolutely amazing. Oh, please, Green Gables. I'm just a crazy mom over here. But, oh, unless you're talking about it so long was so much fun. It was so much fun. It ended up going 2 hours. But for any of those that want to know, we did everything in the first 30 minutes. Actually, let me go get the basket because we finished them. Let me get the basket and show you real quick. Hold on. So I totally got to show you this. Julie Schmidt finally getting a chance to watch live. So happy you're here. Cuddly Cactus. I love that name. All right, so they made them. There they are. They got rid of some. They're selling some to their friends. They're like selling them for $3. But there they are. So we made like a pile of scrunchies. I finished them up later because we had to go and do stuff because I spent so much time doing this. But if y'all want to learn how to make them, that's kind of a big one. That's a better form one. If you want to know like how to make this scrunchie out of a fat quarter, they run, you can make them for about 50 cents, really, in all honesty. You could do less depending on if you're just using stash you have, but 50 cents to make this little sucker, and the kids are selling them for like $3. But if you want to watch it, go back and watch the sew along, and I get all the instruction done in the first 30 minutes. The next hour and a half is just hanging out, jabber-jawing, and then like, oh yeah, look at this. Oh yeah, look at that. So the last hour and a half is jabber-jaw, but the first 30 minutes is all how to do the tutorial. So I believe Thursday, it's Thursday, we are doing pillowcases. We're either doing pillowcases or we're doing bags. I haven't decided. I mean, the pillowcases are really easy to do, and I should pop those out. They're not bad. So we'll probably do the pillowcases and get the pillowcases done. I'm actually finishing my Christmas ones from last year. One of my goals, one of my mom goals. Yeah, we're going to talk about diet later. And look, can you see the streak of gray right there? I have not colored. Did I tell you about that? My husband doesn't want me to color. Look at that. Show me. Is this what I'm going to look like as an old lady there, folks? Wait, I need to, like, no, it's going to be like, trying to make the wrinkles. Oh, there we go. Here we go. So in 40 years, when we're still YouTubing together, this is what I'm going to look like. Anyway, I don't know. Just had to do a little future there. I don't know. So anyways, my husband told me he loves the color of my hair, that he doesn't want me to color my hair. So you can see, like, when I lift it, you see all the gray undertones. I mean, and it's really gray, seriously gray. And it blends, except like now all I can do, it's like a blue. It's like, let me tell you, I'm not gonna lie, this is the first time I've really seen it this pronounced. Tracy, you made it. This pronounced. I mean, it is like the blue light special of Kmart back in the day. We wouldn't have ever noticed your story. We'll still be talking in 40 years right here on YouTube at Just So Trish. Yeah. Anyway, but I don't know. It's like now it just stands out to me, and all I'm like, my eyes are just drawn to it. It's like the Twilight Zone with the little things spinning around. I did pillowcases last year for my Christmas, and they're so great. I've sent them off before. So me being my mom goal, before I got all caught up, let me put my sunglasses there. Maybe I won't notice it. Hey, Sasha. So mom goal is that my kids have pillowcases for the theme of the year, and have a birthday pillowcase, to make a birthday pillowcase so that so on their birthday, like, the pillowcase is there, right? Wouldn't that be like really cool? And I like them when, I don't know, I like that old kind of country feel where everything's just, I guess it would be chic, shabby chic, where none of the sheets match, but they're the old floral print ones. And they, yeah, they're the floral print, and they're really soft and smooth, and like some are pink, some are orange, some are blue. Just mix all those together. Like, that is like my heart's, I don't know, for some reason that's like, oh, that is a perfect place. So I like to make crazy pillowcases, and I want to have Christmas pillowcases. So a couple of years ago, I made stockings. I made all the Christmas stockings. I made it actually 3 years ago, because I embroidered everybody's name on them. And no, I think some of them had lace trim. I'm not really a trim lace kind of person. I like embroidered, or like, like the hand embroidered stuff. Yes, but it's my face. So I don't know if I want lace touching my face, because that would just, it's texture. It's like big stuff. I've got a watch on. I got a Fitbit watch on. Yeah. Good morning, Crystal. I say good morning or good afternoon. It depends on where you are. Usually I call Sodbuster at noon, and it's her morning. So that's always kind of funny. I'm always like, good morning. And she's like, what are you doing this morning? I'm like, well, it's lunchtime. My friend collects vintage sheets to make pillowcases. Okay, there is a gal in Australia that makes dresses out of vintage sheets. And like, number one, I love her pattern, but she makes them out of vintage sheets, and they're like, so I don't know. It's just like, let me go hang laundry up in the prairie or something. But it's not really. Are y'all having connection issues? Oh, wait, no connection issues there. So Crystal's having connection issues. Okay, so it's not everybody. All right, Crystal, fix your internet. Not really like Little House on the Prairie, kind of probably more like bohemian hippie, probably would be a clean cut hippie. There you go. This clean cut hippie would love some pillow or or vintage sheet dresses. I would totally be on it. I love pillowcase dresses and tops for little ones. When I was smaller, when I was like doing the diet really well, because if you do the diet really well and you're at a certain size, I think it's like about a size 8 or smaller, you could totally make pillowcase tops out of it. And they fit. Otherwise, we need like the big pillow to fit around all of this. Hey, from South Carolina. Hey, Flavina stuff. So, yeah, we're gonna make pillowcase dresses. No, we're not making pillowcase dresses. We're gonna make pillowcases on Thursday at 2. So Katie and I will come and do that. And the girls are kind of getting excited after making all of these. They're looking at making a bunch of scrunchies to sell at our homeschool convention, because homeschool convention has a section for the kid entrepreneurs where the kids could actually go and sell things and, you know, whatever, like as a business. So the kids and I were talking about that. And they're going to see what they need to do to sell hair scrunchies at the homeschool convention. They're pretty excited about doing that. We're actually even talking about, I told them I'd help them write and make kits, maybe do a pillowcase. Maybe we'll see. I don't want them, you know, I'm like, first time doing it, you know, get one thing, make sure you have plenty of stock in one thing. Thanks. I love my scrunchies too. I wish I had enough hair. To do them. Like, I could be totally things. I'm gonna wear it for you guys though. Look. This is all I got right now, folks. This is it. Totally into it. Just call me Bam Bam. I've got to show you, talking about hair. We're going to talk about dieting. We'll get there. We'll totally get there. I have got to show you the kids. Oh my goodness. Okay, I got to show you the first one. So the first one, remember the other day I Instagram post about my daughter, my 2-year-old daughter, like cut her hair. I'm like, when she cut it, I know, right? I look like Pebbles. Like a crazy maniac. There's my gray spot. I did do my hair this morning. It's been a day already. It's just been a day. Yeah, no. Remember I did Instagrammed, my daughter had taken scissors and chopped all of her hair. The worst she's ever done. Like, she's already done this, and this was almost grown out. So grown out. Green Gables, you've seen the pictures. Aren't they just amazing? I'm going to show you guys right now the pictures. But so she had chopped it all the way around. I mean, just hairs everywhere. So first, let me show you my son's little picture. Oh, come on. Focus. Can you see him? Isn't he just adorable? Off the charts adorable. This is Miss Thang with her chopped off hair. You ready? Oh, come on. Can you see it? It's like not, it's too bright. Let me dim it. Let me dim it. Because it's like it's better than anything I could have ever taken. Probably ever. Do you see it now? Oh my goodness, isn't that to die for? Doesn't she look cute? Nobody knows the little turd cut all her hair off. Mama did such a good job. I mean, that is parenting winning. Parenting winning at the top. But look at this. I mean, this woman wants all of my money. All of my money. Here it comes. Green Gables, here it comes. Oh my goodness, look at that one. Wait, let me dim it even more. It's funny how like it picks up on all that light. Wait, shut it. No, nope, it's too much. Oh, come on. Look at that one. Everybody's been just like off the charts. They're like, they're so adorable. And in the way he hugged her, you just know they love each other. I'm like, come home with them. They're going to be tearing each other's hair out. Oh my gosh, these are my babies. Whoever tells you not to have babies late in life, just don't listen to them. It's a lie. Totally worth. That's 34. I was 34 when I had him and 37. No, I know. It's just, oh. And like she has like a really cool background to it too. They're just sitting there and just hugging each other. Oh, them little turkeys. Yeah, they are such turkeys. But yes, that's listen, I feel like I won the parenting lottery because the hair didn't show up. So in my mind, I will always look at the picture and be like, that was almost grown out and this was all gone in your head, but we got it to look good. Mom win. Oh, I know. Listen, she's going to have all my money. I'm going to be like, can I get that in a 8x10 canvas print? Thank you. I was 23 with my first and 39 with my fifth. Rock on. I know my husband's like, you want to have another? We should have another. And I'm all like, I could, but I need a house. So until you get me a house, I'm not entertaining the idea. You want another baby? Go get me a house. I think I'm going to be like, I'll probably have the last one at 47 or something crazy like that. But so we were talking about this. So me and my friend were talking about this, and we're talking about, you know, when you are having babies. Yeah, I had my first one at 24. No, I had my first one at 26. 26 was my first one. It feels so young now when I think about it. I'm like, I was so young back then. No, not really, but yeah. So we were talking about that. Oh, Tanya Meadows in the house. I like that because so Jay Tom was 23 with her first, 39 with her fifth. Muni Wisuski. I'm a product of my public school and it's not good. 20 for her first and 34 with her fifth. Riza says she's 27 with her first. Yeah, older moms rock. 41 with my second, 15 years apart. Oh my goodness. So like for me, I have never like her mother-in-law had one at 45. I had a mother-in-law my mother-in-law had one at 42. I want another baby. Hubby said no, so we got a puppy last week. My husband was asking for a baby in May. I gave him a puppy. Told him if he asked again, I'll give him another puppy. And he's not a real big puppy kind of guy. He's not a dog guy. So I'm like, I'll give you another puppy. He's all a kid guy. You know, like there's the guys that like the dogs. There's the guy that likes the kid. Then there's that guy that likes the kids. Give me more kids. I want more kids. He has so much fun. In fact, like when he got in trouble with me last week, I told you he like said the wrong thing and he's just, I'm finally calm. I could totally talk about it now, but I couldn't talk about it last week. I was like going to hurt him. But I got a Fitbit because he was such a stinker. Jewel says, I had mine was at 35. Tanya says 24 with her first, 35 and 36 with her fourth. Yeah. He's been so funny because he has been like getting home early. So like when I go and do the things with the older kids, he'll stay home with the youngers and he's like, I love this. This is the best. I'm still 7 years out from grandbabies. I mean, my oldest is 13. But we're like 7 years out. I don't know if he'll hold out. We'll see. But anyways, I was talking to my girlfriend. We were talking about having babies. Oh, Tanya's got 4 of her own and married a man with 4. Yeah. See, I wouldn't mind adopting because then that would just be so much easier on my like already wore out body. 20 for first, 22nd for second. Would love to have more, but was dumb and got my tubes burned. Oh, then 5 years later, I found out my husband, which he don't have kids. Oh, I found my husband. Okay, and he doesn't have kids. My husband has gone to get a vasectomy twice. We still have not gotten a vasectomy. Yeah. I was almost 39, almost 40 with my 6. Such a different pregnancy, much harder. It is harder being older. I'll say that. That's definitely why I'm like, conditions aren't right here, baby. You better build me a house or get something done and conditions are right. I'll do it. But not until then. My oldest is 22 and my second oldest daughter just turned 18. My oldest has been with her boyfriend for 3 years. She wants to get married and then wait 3 years to have a baby. No, tell her to get married and have babies. Have babies young. So my girlfriend and I were talking. I'll finally get to this. My girlfriend and I were talking. We're talking about the different parts. And it's like this aspect that I'm at right now. That is, if I stop having babies, I will finally, life will eventually like slow down when I'm 60, and then like I can relax and it'll be just so carefree and do what I want. But if I keep having babies, it's like I'm going to be swamped and busy until the day I take my last breath, and I'm going to be wore out. And it's just going to be like, so do I want the slow, relaxed path to heaven, or do I want like the, like going out with a bang? And so we keep getting into that. Breath of Wonder says, my one and only days after my 24th birthday, I was so badly for more children. Pray that God brings the right man. Amen. Let's pray for that today. I'm going to write that down. We're going to pray for you, Breath. Breath of Wonder needs a man. That's a man. We're praying for a husband for her. Girl, so you know my babies. My J Tom says I'm scheduled for a hysterectomy on December 18th if we don't have a lot of out of pocket. Well, J Tom, I hope that goes well for you. I hope that's what you want to. Like that you're not stuck in situations that have to happen that way. Look, I'm already writing stuff down. I look like I'm all together. Tanya says, nobody tells you when your kids start having grandbabies, you can't keep up with how many you have at any given time. They keep popping them out and we forget how many we have any given day, right? Laugh out loud, Tanya. Phone issue, switching devices. All right, switch devices. Yeah, so I was kind of thinking about that. I'm like, you know, I could get a break, or I could just spend my life and it just be a crazy whirlwind until the last day. And I'm like, that ain't a bad way to go. At least I wouldn't be bored. You know, keep having kids, I'll never be bored. ADHD people don't like to be bored. It's hard. All right, so I will tell you, I was so excited. Well, I'm baffled. I had to post it on Facebook. I didn't post it on Instagram. I got my daughter's test back, her blood test back. Not all of it, because they're testing her thyroid. Pepper and Pine's like, I love babies. You know, I like my babies over other people's babies. I'm not going to lie, I'm that mom. But I know I'm in a dangerous spot where I start gravitating to people's babies and I want to pick them up. When I want to pick them up, I'm like, ooh, sister wants a baby. But like, until that, I have like no desire until like then the thing starts kicking and I'm there, like it's kicking. I'm like, let me have your baby. In fact, we went to the library today. See, I'm never going to get to my topic. We went to the library today. And this mom's doing double duty. So she's got the baby in the stroller, got the things in there that are playing with, and she's like doing some course on the computer. And so she's trying to, you know, she's like double timing it. So she's watching the computer, doing her course. She's trying to keep the baby happy and taking her notes, the whole 9 yards. Was going to be the weird mom that was like, can I hold your baby, please? But I didn't want to be the weird. I'm sorry. If somebody came up and asked me that, I would be like, no, go away. But, you know, I so wanted to be that person to hold her baby. But, you know, whatever. I wasn't that person. I behaved. I maintained self-control. I had 10 years between the first two kids and the second set of two kids. So the grandbabies are now available. I'm that mom too, Green Gables. Yeah, I'm like, I was seriously like, I need this kid. I want to hold this baby. But self-control, I didn't do it. I didn't do it at all. But I did. We did something different today. We went to the library. We went to Aldi's and we went to the library. And that's all we did. And then we went, like our day today was we drove, we dropped the two little kids off. I took the kids to the library. I had a book for a month overdue. And it was so funny because it was overdue and it's like $7. And if it's over 10, you can't check out books. But otherwise, you know, if it's under 10, you can still check out. And I'm like, let me just give you the money. And they're like, listen, we're taking canned non-perishable food. And, you know, just give us that and we'll write off your thing. And I'm like, or I can just pay. And they're like, you help more people if you bring us a non-perishable. And I was like, oh, okay, I'll just bring you a non-perishable. I'll bring you a non-perishable. No problem. Which is good because like we're cleaning out all of our pastas and wheat, and we're cleaning all that stuff out. So I'm like, you fixing to hit a macaroni jackpot. So I can bring that in there, which I'm pretty thrilled about that. Tanya says, I am now the weird grandma that tries to help screaming babies and their parents now. Yeah, Tanya, that would freak me out in public. I'm that mom that as much as I want to pick up somebody else's kid because I just want to pick up somebody else's kid, don't come pick up mine. You know, I used to wear, like, Katie was my first, so I would wear her in the thing just to keep people from touching her. Because I'd be at the grocery store and everybody would like want to touch her. And I mean, I had one woman like sticking her fingers in her mouth. I was like, what are you doing? And it was like a little old lady. And I mean, bless her heart, she just wanted to touch that fountain of youth over there, but it was my baby. Let's see. Jayton says, Tanya, mine are spread out due to a lot of miscarriages. Mine are 24. Oh, bless your heart, Jayton. I lost two. I lost them before I had to, you know, like right at the trimester, in the first trimester. The last one was the worst because it was right after we had told the kids, and then we lost. And then they're like, why didn't our baby die? I was like, Mama can't handle that. Tanya, that's such a blessing. I remember needing someone to hold one while I changed a diaper on another. It is a blessing. As long as it comes together right. Oh, Green Gables is on it. Girl, I didn't even have to read that stuff. You good. Yeah, we don't need no Billy. Tanya says, the other day I asked a mom at the buffet holding 2 plates and a baby. I'm like, can I help you? She's like, yeah, it really sounded weird. I had to explain myself. I wanted to actually help hold a plate or something. She'd probably like take a baby. For those that are really close to me, I will hand my babies off. I'm just like, here, unless my postpartum anxiety is really bad. If my anxiety is really bad, I have a hard time, like, because I get postpartum anxiety. So my postpartum anxiety gets going. It's like, I don't know if I can. But otherwise, like, if they're really close to me, I will literally just give my baby. Like, when I get to church, I'm like, here's my baby. I'll see that baby when I'm done for the day, when we leave. That would have been me back in the day. Tanya says, that has to be the toughest thing. It is tough. It is a tough one. Okay. As long as I don't get distracted, I'll stay on task. Oh, yeah. So I'm like, you know what? Oh, so did I tell you that? We dropped the kids off. We went to Aldi's. We hit the library. We enjoyed the library for a while. And then we picked the kids up on our way home. We picked the kids up. It was the best. It was the best time I've ever had at the library. I know you were like on hitting the troll. I was so proud. I was just like, didn't even get to see what he said. Crystal says yes. Jayton says it was. Sometimes I still dream about them. 3 singleton miscarriages and a set of twins that I lost 6 weeks apart. Oh, Jayton. I take it that's why you going to go take care of the lady parts. I'm sorry. Green Gables conked him. One good one for me too. Joel says you go, Green Gables. Yes, I'm so impressed. You guys are so good. All right. So Katie's blood test came back. Her blood work came back. So she's the one, like, we went gluten-free. We've been taking out rice because the chiropractor, and I have to admit, like, I'm really excited because, like, the chiropractor, we did one. So it was like one where she literally would, this is how they do it. And I mean, it sounds like craziness and all that, but this is what he does. He has her hold it up to her. And then if something like keeping the connection, and if the connection breaks, it weakens your system because your body acknowledges it's like a muscle reflex. If you read about it online, they kind of connect it with snake oil, you know, like they did with essential oils, like, ooh, it's all voodoo, it's all, or whatever, not voodoo, it's all just, you know, fake. They like to call it fake. So we got the blood test done. We went ahead and got the blood test. They came in. So she's actually, so I don't know if you've ever had done, I don't even think I understand what I'm reading. I'm just not going to lie. I don't really understand what I'm reading, but I'm going to tell you what I know. There's 6 classes of being allergic, or 6 levels of being allergic. And the worst she is like a number 3 class. And that's like, she hit like 1, 2, and 3. I guess it lights them all up as it goes. For being like with dust mites. Dust mites are a huge problem. Dust mites were a huge problem for my husband. Like in the old house we were at before we cleaned it up and really did the number to it, he couldn't breathe most times in the house with the dust would get going. And it was an old house that like the only way to get rid of like that dust is just to paint and new floors. Tanya, what are you saying? I think Danielle has a sensitivity to gluten. So yeah, well, so what's crazy is, so she's really allergic to that, but that's, you know, like I knew that stuff. I live with that stuff. I totally get it. She tested positive on the class 1 for barley, buckwheat, gluten, which is wheat, rice, and rye. Wowzers. She also tested positive. This is the part that threw me. I was starting to suspect corn, but she also tested positive for, in these cases, these are more than what she, at a higher level than she did for the cereals, the barley and all that, was corn, peas, white bean, carrot, and potatoes. Potatoes, like that's what we thought the girl had. Dayton says, all 5 of my surviving babies were C-sections, but about 2 years ago I started. All right, I'm not going to say that publicly. Bless your heart. So she came back positive. Like she's actually more allergic to corn than she is to the rice, the rye, the gluten, the buckwheat, and the barley. And but she's not that allergic to peas, because like peas came up to be 0.4. I'll show you if I can show this, if it will even show up. So like that's the test. So like that's the levels that they're at, for the best that you can see this. I know you can't see it. So the girl's allergic to potatoes. She's more allergic to potatoes than she is rice. And I've been feeding her potatoes. She did the celiac test. The celiac test came out negative. But I've read where you can still like have celiac symptoms without being celiac. But she's okay on peas, but like white beans, carrots, potatoes, I'm like, what's this kid gonna eat? What's this kid gonna eat? But the really crazy part is there's like this other spot that says like Blomia tropicalis, cockroach, Australian pine, and mouse urine. That's like a set of tests they do. Her she had one, there's a high one in there, not as high as like the dust mites. The dust mites are like 11.4, and where like all of her stuff is like 0.5, you know, the food allergies. But the Blomia tropicalis with the cockroaches and stuff, that's like a 0.64. I went and looked up what that is, and that's the flour mite. That's like the mite that's in the flour. And then what's crazy on like the barley, buckwheat, gluten, rice, and rye, the one she's least allergic to is actually the gluten. But she's even twice as much as all the other stuff allergic to the Blomia tropicalis. That is, I looked it up, and like it's a tropical mite, which we're in the subtropics, so yeah, it's going to be here. But it's also in the flours, that flour mite. It's like where people talk about protein in the wheat, in the flour. That's where it's coming from. And so I'm wondering, like when she tests positive with the chiropractor, with the response one, if it had more to do with the mites that were in the flour versus the flour kind of deal. So I thought that was crazy. Jayton. Tanya says ADHD, allergies, and developmental delays is why we homeschool Danielle. She has been tested too and is allergic to all kinds of trees and grasses. Oh yeah, my kid, grasses off the charts. I just took one side of the panel. The grasses are crazy. At all. Yeah, Jadon, she can't have potatoes or grains. Well, you know, and she's mildly allergic. And I was talking to a girlfriend of mine because her thyroid was checked this way and her thyroid was good. And she's got a blood work and we're waiting on the thyroid. But I was talking to my girlfriend with Hashimoto's, and I haven't started doing the Hashimoto's research. But she said that you could have Hashimoto's and not have thyroid issues yet, but that's still an autoimmune because there's such a huge response. You know, it's not like she gets flares up. She doesn't get hives, but she can't sleep. She body aches. She's lethargic. And I swear in the last, we're almost at a month. Yeah, we're almost at a month since she's went gluten-free. I mean, now she's had corn and stuff, but she hasn't had all those allergens that she usually has. I swear she's grown an inch this last month. She's grown an inch. So she, you know, so it's probably has to do with the fact that her body isn't fighting what we're feeding her and we're feeding other things. Lori Oli, hey, glad you're here. Can she have oatmeal or quinoa? She has tried oatmeal and she's had reactions to it. Sawbuster says oatmeal can have gluten in it because it cross-contaminates in the field. That's what, but you know, that's what we think is happening with it. But it could also be the mite is in it. Like now I'm just like, oh, there's probably mites in it, and that's her issue. So she's had some adverse reactions to the oatmeal. The quinoa, she hates the texture. I mean, I think she just needs to have enough time away from rice and everything to get there. She's feeling better. Like she's had some, like what'll happen, she'll eat something, like she had the oatmeal and then that night she'll just start like burp, 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 these like little burps, these like little belches. They're like little belches, like a really feminine little belch. Not that belching is feminine, but anyways, she'll literally be like belch, 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 belch. And then she'll take a breath, and then all of a sudden it'll start again, belch, 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 belch. And I'm like, Katie, that's so gross. And she's like, better than the other end, Mom. And I'm like, okay, you win. You win. You're right. You're right. Better than the other end. Deborah Mine says, when we eliminated the allergens from my son's diet, he also had a growth spurt. Really? So maybe that's like what's happening. I know, Lori says, I know that I've had to purchase certified gluten-free oatmeal when cooking for friends who needed gluten-free food. Yeah, quinoa does pop when you cook them or eat them. Yes. Tatiana made it. Danielle has a stomachache every day. I forgot the lethargic feeling, and sleeping is an allergy reaction. Thanks for mentioning it. Yeah, and you know, and so she'd have like, and like her whole body has changed. She's like thinned out. She just thinks a little more clearly, not completely clearly, but you know, she thinks a little bit more clearly. But you know, come to realize I've been packing her with potatoes. So what do we feed her? I'm just like, what do I feed you at this point? I'm just baffled. And I'm talking to my girlfriend and she's like, you know, if you can get the test done, see if you get her tested for Hashimoto's, because it really, all the reactions she's been having in her body, she's like, I'm not a doctor, but you know, it really seems as though she's having an autoimmune issue more than she's having a you know, like allergies and stuff. And really her allergies are just low. She's just mildly allergic to everything to eat, you know, just about everything. You can buy quinoa flakes. It's like oatmeal. I'll have to see about that. Can she have sweet potatoes? She hates them. She hates sweet potatoes. She like, do not feed me sweet potatoes at all, Mom, kind of deal. She's not a fan, and she doesn't like squash. And I was all excited. They had eggplant at Aldi's, so I bought eggplant. And she's like, "You're not feeding me that." No, I don't eat eggplant. I don't eat squash. I'm like, really? What are we gonna eat? You have to read leaky gut, research leaky gut. Due to the leaky gut, she may have false positives on the blood test. I'm just thinking, good to know. We have MTHFR, and we lack the methylation process. We become toxic easily. You may want to ask for that test. I'm writing it down. MTHFR. We are really lucky. The medical field takes food allergies more seriously these days. When my oldest Lane was little, it took me 7 years to convince the pediatrician he was lactose intolerant. She's 13. I had to switch pediatricians. We wouldn't even be this far. I'm just like, yes. I will tell you that she's been doing really good with the nuts. So she drinks almond milk. I found like a keto paleo, what was it? It's like a pumpkin cookie. I personally couldn't stand it, but she loved it. So she loved it, and I made her that so she'd have that milk and cookies. I make her about every 2 weeks. I make her 2 pizzas, and I'm cutting them up and I freeze them for her, so then she has pizzas for lunch. Let's see. Crystal says, I know what that genetic defect is. We are on a bunch back, some serious, some not. So Sawbuster says, I'm over here in my world still telling people that my kids cannot have gluten. Yum, pumpkin. Yeah, it was really good. It was like pumpkin and all that. She loved it. And then I'll make her pizzas. I need to make her the bread. So I'm using Brianna Thomas's cookbook, Necessary Food. I have a link on the Just So Trish page. I put it there last week. I can refresh it for you. I have that there. That has been a great book. She's made the donuts, and which really helps because it gets me in good with my son's teacher who's gluten-free, and I'm like, oh, these are gluten-free donuts, here you go. And so she's been doing that. So I need to make her like a loaf of bread because she's really missing a loaf of bread. I made a quick kind of, I did it in a saucer bowl, and I did the saucer bowl so that the bread would be the right size because she's really wanting a hamburger. You gonna say hi? See, there she is. I swear she's grown an inch. Look at her. And like, you don't know because you haven't had enough videos with her, but like she has like lost the inflammation in her face. You want to say anything?
No, I'm just waiting for you to be done so I can go sit in the room.
You can go. She wants to go sew. She's like, I'm going to go sew. Thank you. She's so good to me. Green Gable says, my cookbook is coming in today. Use your link. Thank you for using my link. I greatly appreciate it. They're all affiliate links. So it doesn't cost you anything, but it gets me a little kickback. Crystal, hope y'all are successful in getting answers. I give pumpkin to one of my kids to help with digestion. Oh, so Sodbuster can see it. They all say hi. She's like, okay. Yeah, so like she's really just like growing. Like it is like, even to me, I'm like, oh, she's so tall. It feels like she's just grown so much this month, kind of deal. So that's been like, just like, yes, 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 kind of deal. Thanks. It's been many years of heartache. So we've been doing that, which means in our house, I've been cutting out. I'm not buying any gluten. I'm buying a lot of vegetables. I know. I put it in my mouth and I can't stand it in my mouth while I talk. So doing a lot of vegetables. So in the midst of that, like I kind of started going into like, hey, maybe I should do Trim Healthy Mama. Hey, maybe I should do keto again. Maybe I should do something because I feel like I'm eating everything, even because I'm doing all this stuff outside of it. So let me tell you what my husband did last week. That I was like, I'm going to remember, I was like, I'm going to give him a certificate. So he is just, bless his heart. Did I tell you last week? Did I tell you what he did about wanting to train me and coach me? We are our kids' best advocates. Don't stop listening to your mama's instinct. Yeah, I'm thinking I'm going to call up and get her tested for Hashimoto's and the MTHFR too. Steffi knows. I've always have a Steffi knows wondering what I'm allergic to. And I'll oh, Mama Geek's in the house. Hey, girl. Well, and that's the thing too, is like, okay, so my husband had this great idea that I need to stop dieting. And what I need to do is be coached, and I need to be working out. And then he proceeded the next morning. He didn't tell me this, but the next morning he gets up and he starts like literally dragging me out of bed. That's not how I wake up. I'm a slow to wake up, and I do it on my own. And so we had a really big fight, big argument, big discussion. And I'm like, in 15 years, you should know one thing. I don't like to be told what to do. I'm sadly one of those people. And I don't want to coach. If I want to coach, I'll ask for a coach. I don't want to coach, and I don't want you coaching me. I'm like, what I need is a Fitbit. And so like we had it out, and he's like, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm like, are you sorry because I'm mad? Or are you sorry because like you realize you said the wrong things? And he said a bunch of stuff like, hey, you know what? You're not coachable. That's why you've never been an athlete. I'm like, hey, I'm not an athlete because I'm not coachable. Dude, I know this. This is why I don't do that stuff. And my Fitbit had gotten washed in the washing machine because one of my kids decided to do laundry in July. So I've been this long without a Fitbit. So he felt bad. And he's like, just go buy a Fitbit. Buy a Fitbit. You're right. You need a Fitbit. You don't need me. And yeah, because I'm a slow to wake up kind of girl. And so I bought a Fitbit. But let me tell you, I bought a Fitbit because I have no patience. Black Friday. This is the Ulta HR. See it? Ulta HR. I love it. So like it tells me, it connects to my phone. It tells all the things, you know, by tapping and all that. And I can put alarms on. So I have an alarm to remind me like when to leave to go get my son to school, and then an alarm to when to pick up, because I forget those things. The ADHD works out really good. I don't tend to keep my phone. I never get my phone off of silent. So this will let me know somebody's ringing, the whole 9 yards. Walmart had, so I bought mine for $150 on Amazon. I'll put the link on Facebook later on. But Black Friday, they're going to be $99. Of course, because then I see the $99 ad. I'm like, really? With an extra band. And that's the really cool part, is the band can come off and you can switch out the band. So that's why I got the Ulta instead of the Charge. All right, let's see. Pepper and Pine said, I hired a personal trainer and it was the best fitness decision I ever made. I highly recommend it. But it wasn't your husband, was it? Because I don't want my husband to be my personal trainer. I would hire one if I had the time to go to a gym. But it can't be my husband. I don't want him to be that person at all. Because I'm not going to like him when I'm done. I want somebody I can not like and leave and not have to eat dinner with or sleep with, you know? I don't want to have to be in bed next to the person. I'm like, I take a long time to wake up too. Oh, I don't think anybody in my house, husband included, would ever try to pull me out of bed in the morning. And believe me, they'd just still be living by noon. Oh, my problem is I don't know where to start. Money is so tight for us now, and we are trying to eat healthy, and then crazy school schedules has us eating way too much junk food. So you got to watch Coach. A watch coach. I got a watch coach. Yeah, because I told him, I'm like, I do this stuff. I'm doing, and that was one of my like arguments. Like, I'm like, I do really good. 6 kids, 700 square feet, stress out the wazoo. I know how to lose weight. I know how to take care of myself. It's just not really, right now it's kind of hard. Tanya says, can you imagine if we turn the mama chat into mama yoga chat? How fun would that be? Yeah, I wouldn't be talking. You'd be watching me trying to put my butt and then falling over. There would be no chat, and there'd be like, Trish does yoga live. Let's sit back and laugh. And then here's the only thing. I'm just going to put this out there for, I don't know if it's just me, but when it's yoga and you're doing all this stuff and you're allowing like your system to like compress and move, let's just say there's a lot of crop dusting when I go to yoga. I'm just going to put it out there because that's what happens. So we'd have to have it on silent. Yoga live chat, but I don't know yoga. Pepper and Pine says, not my husband. I can't have him as my personal trainer. He said he could. I said, no. Yes, that's me too. That's me too. Hello. Little Mountain Ranch, you made it. Hey, laughing burns calories, right? Comedy. It would be a comedy. A comedy of errors would be it. Oh, but so funny. Let the planes come in. Wow, good price. They are expensive here at times. Good deals. Eat good, sleep good. Okay, so here's what happened. I don't have the book with me because I didn't think to bring it. I actually sat on the phone for like 2 hours before doing this today, just like rehashing some good stuff with somebody great that I haven't talked to in forever. And it's funny because it's somebody that lives near me and I've known all my life, and she's taken up watching my shows as a hobby. And I'm like, oh, you're watching me, huh? So, I bet we would be more committed to the yoga chats than any other exercise program. Probably. I have a yoga instructor. Like, I have my mom's friend. She just got certified in yoga. It'd be kind of fun. Okay. Hey, Stacy. Angie says baked or grilled chicken and apples for your girl. Perhaps. Maybe. Oh, wait. I'm getting lost in the comments. I'm being like y'all, like, yeah, let me just read. So, anyways, my chiropractor, he's got somebody new that's coming in on the chiropractor that's working with him. And so her name's Dr. Jenny. And Dr. Jenny has been doing this weight loss, and I when I was doing keto, I was like, oh, where is it, like keto? And she's like, yeah, kind of, but not really. And Rachel has made it. And so she started sharing, because she does live chats on the chiropractic Facebook page, and she's been talking about her journey and stuff like that. And she's been talking about a book by Mark Heyman called The 10-Day Detox. Facebook last week. It's probably still up there because I haven't been sharing a bunch of stuff on Facebook lately, but it's on there. And it really woke up some stuff to me. So I have not started his 10-day diet detox. It's kind of pricey for what I can afford, but I have started the whole detox. And I know I have because I wake up 2 times a night just peeing because I have to go to the bathroom so much. Wait, La Familia says, several years back after having our first baby, I asked the hub to be my trainer since he was the military at the time and in great shape. Needless to say, I wanted to slap him at the end. I know what you mean. Don't need that. I need you to love me for who I am, not feel like you're trying to fix me. And that's why I tell him, I'm not broken. Don't fix me. Yes, yes, yes. We are in Canada, but come to taste states for medical and some travel. So I started reading the 10-Day Detox, and some big things kicked into me. And it was a lot of the dangers of, my biggest one was the dangers of sweeteners. Really just blew my mind. So I read the first few chapters, and then I read the Getting Ready. I'm like, I'm going to do this without the meal plan. I'm going to do my own without his crazy meal plan because I don't have that in me to do that and balance that one's diet. So I started it, and I'm now about, I think I'm 7 days. Yeah, because he made me mad. When he made me mad last Tuesday, he made me mad. And I was like, I'm going to show you. I'm just going to start losing weight. Yeah. Yeah, with my diet. Yeah. That was kind of my attitude that day. And so I think it was Tuesday or Wednesday, I stopped eating sweeteners. So this is what it told me, was that your taste receptors taste sweet. So whether it has calories or not, it tastes sweet. And everybody's thinking calorie is a calorie is a calorie. But it tastes the sweet. The sweet goes to the brain because it hit that part of the tongue. And it tells the brain, we're about to have some sweet. We've got to totally kick in insulin. And then our body's kicking insulin. So insulin, that leftover insulin, makes belly fat. And so I was reading his argument about how the stevia in any sweetener is so dangerous because, number one, it is programmed, especially us as a nation, everything is super sweet. Everything's not supposed to be this sweet, but the high fructose corn syrup is sweeter than sugar. And so we are just so adapt to eating so much sweetness And I really like get into the fact that like when in the Bible it warns us of gluttony. I really think that has to do with sugar. In fact, I'm going to link a really good book I read called The Sugar Blues. I'm going to link Sugar Blues book. And I'm sure like when you go through the link on there, it has like you can buy used books. I buy used books on Amazon all the time, but I love Amazon. So, and when I read Sugar Blues a couple of years ago, I was just like, wow, whoa, you know, maybe I think this is what we were warned for, because it was talking about it like sugar lights up more things in the brain than cocaine does, because it's such a stimulant and it's such an addiction. And I mean, and if you don't think you're addicted to sugar, go off sugar and you're going to dream about sugar because it is such an addiction. So when I was reading about that, and like my biggest thing about being overweight is I hate that it's always in my belly. Just genetically, my family's all this way. It's between my shoulders and my hips. So I got great looking legs. I got great looking face, which makes me really great for YouTube. And you don't see my belly section because it's so big. So when I heard that and I read that about the sweeteners and how dangerous sweeteners are, I went off all sweets. Nothing sweet. And so I think I'm day 5 or 6. So it started with I had coffee. I had like my sweetener in it. I had cream in it. I think half and half or something. And I'm drinking this, reading my book, and I went, I'm going to set that down. And then the next day, I'm still reading my book. So I typically read my book in the morning. And I just put whipping cream in with my coffee, and I make really good coffee. And I'm like, I'm going to suck this up without some cream, without sweetener in it. And then I start reading about dropping caffeine and dairy through the detox. So I had a little bit. It didn't taste really good. So I was like, had a little bit, and I'm like, set it down. So it seems like this diet is kind of prepping you to go into like a paleo diet. I'm not going to lie. Kind of feels like paleo, keto kind of thing. Oh, wait. La Familia just signed up for kickboxing. Go, girl. I loved kickboxing. I did that in college. The workout, not the fighting. Breath says, my son and I are on opposite sides of the spectrum. He loves sweet. I love salt. There's something that like when you crave salt, you're missing something. Take magnesium. I know I'm a sugar addict, Tanya says. Jadon says, I'm that way too. Weight is all in my tummy. Drink coffee only with whipping cream? I would. I'm diabetic and I find sugar is so much food. I have to use old recipes that use less sugar, none. Sadbuster is impressed. Almost 3 years without sugar, but I can't imagine losing stevia. Yeah, I had to walk away from stevia. So remember, like last year, I'd gone off sugar for almost the year. And then I got really sick last year after Christmas. But Christmas, leading to New Year, I sugar binged. And I really think that really messed up. I wouldn't say messed up my year, but I mean, I'm living in some serious stress. Oh, I hope I didn't miss much. I started following you on Instagram. Love it. Thank you. Hey, Chicky Chicky. I love you, Chicky Chicky. I love that name. We have bees, so we use honey instead of sugar. I did be a bit lost if I didn't have my sweets. I didn't know that. I'm salt crazy. Yeah, check it out. Sea salt or pink salt is good for you than regular less salt. Only organic true sugar when needed. So I kind of just started going off everything. And so like no potatoes, because I mean, I like converted, and some of the stuff I converted into was like, let me roll potatoes and bacon grease and I'll just eat a pile of that. Because, you know, I was doing that for my kid. So I was eating it nonstop. So I went off that. I went off sugar and sweets, all sweetening, all sweeteners, all chemicals, all of that. I went off coffee. I went off dairy. I went off starch. And I kind of sort of, because like I've had carrots. I'm like, I don't care. I'm going to eat carrots. That's just what I'm going to do. And I did that. And then I did, what else did I do? And then I'm off of grain. So yeah, I'm off of grain. So let me just say I'm eating my calories, because I swear I'm eating like a can of cashews a day. I just can't get enough cashews. But what has happened, I got to sit forward because I got to go to the bathroom. So we're definitely going to be getting off here soon. Is that I can taste sweet again. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Like apples, I cannot get enough of apples. So I don't think I'm supposed to eat a lot of apples, but I don't even care. I'm just like, I don't care. I'm not eating all this other stuff. I'm having that. I've snuck some cheese in. I'm not going to lie. I've been kind of having some omelets where I have like ham, bacon, peppers, and onions. And sprinkle a little bit of cheese. But I'm talking like 2 tablespoons, not like half a cup, like I would normally do half a cup. And I've done that. I've been adding a tablespoon of coconut oil in my coffee. It makes it so much creamier. It does make it creamier when you pulse it. Oh, it's good. I've been eating nuts and stuff, but at first I was journaling it all, and then I kind of stopped journaling it and stuff. So here's what happened. I'm gonna tell you all my dirt, and then I'm gonna pray for you, and I'm gonna jump off because I'm about to pee my pants. Number 1 is I wake up 2 times a night to pee because I am just flushing so much stuff out. Flushing it out. But the big part that's hit me is like fruit is so delicious. So delicious. I'm not scared of butter. I try not to overdo it, but I'm not scared of butter. I'm not having a bunch of meat, but I have some. I'm having a lot of salads. I have collard greens because he's, talking about these are good things to eat a lot of. And so I eat collard greens and kale and stuff like that. I do. Kendall hey, Kendall, welcome, being a first-time viewer. So I do that. I've been doing that kind of stuff. And like, I've been eating peanut butter without sugar, like just natural peanut butter. And it's so good. And, and that's like the part that's really hit me is so good. But the big part that has been like really big is I wake up in the morning. I'm up like 5:30 in the morning now. No caffeine. I'm just waking up. Now I had severe headaches. I think that's why you do his diet plan, because he helps you deal with like getting your body what you need without the headaches. One of the things I've been doing is, remember the chocolate? I'll link it. It's like Bernini chocolate. I'll link it on Facebook later. Let me write it down so I don't forget. Chocolate greens. So I started adding chocolate greens in, so I'm getting enough greens. And I mix it with almond milk, and it tastes like chocolate milk. It's good. There's like 1 gram of sugar. I'm not going to make myself crazy about that. I've had kombucha a couple of times just to give my gut the good bacteria. Now there's going to be sugar in some of that too, but I'm just kind of like, I can't get it out of everything, but we're going to be okay with that. I'm hoping to get a SCOBY soon. I got a neighbor getting me a SCOBY so I can brew my own, because that's really been refreshing. And I was drinking like hot tea in the morning, because herbal tea, not black tea, but herbal tea, because I miss that, like holding my cup. The psychological part about coffee is really hard for me. I really want coffee just out of psychological necessity. But I will tell you, I went up in weight and I came down in weight. I am still the same weight I was last week when I started. I have not lost weight. I actually got higher and then lower. But here's like TMI. Girls, it's TMI. If somebody's still sitting in on this on a replay, that's just going to be how it is. The movements have been fantastic. So I'm usually taking a fiber. I'm not eating a fiber bar because, it's carbs and it's going against the thing. So I'm having Pepper and Pines. Hannah's seriously eating chocolate. Really? Thank you. No, I'm just kidding. This is so great. I've felt like such a loner for the last couple of months. Nice to have some ladies. Yes, Kendall, come. And we're going to do a sewing. We're going to sew on Thursday. So come over and sew with us on Thursday at 2 o'clock. Hey, new girls, we start. Oh, you guys are awesome. Jayton, you want to mail me a SCOBY? Mail me a SCOBY. I would love that. I think if you go in the description, I have my mailing address down there. Oh, Hannah, you speak my chocolate language. Okay, so yeah, I've been totally struggling. It's been hard. So here's like the big part too, is like I was having the part where my brain wasn't functioning very well and the stress was really crippling me and stuff. Oh wait, go back to the movement. Okay, so here's the big part. Usually I have a cup of coffee and then an hour later I have a movement. Like that's like my movement routine, some say, Chandra Pierce says, having a devotional. It has been amazing. I've actually woken up in the morning to have a movement. So that's pretty like fantastic. A SCOBY is what grows kombucha. So you need a SCOBY in order to grow kombucha and black tea. So that's how you get it. So that has been amazing. So like, I know my gut is clearing out. It's almost as good as when I was doing the cleanse, like movements, when I did that cleanse last year. I've had that, and then I'm pretty refreshed and good. All right, I totally love you guys, but I can't keep talking. I'm about to pee my pants. So you get 2 seconds to choose. Do I cut it off, or do I go and run and go to the bathroom and come right back? I'm going to the bathroom. Be right back. All right, I'm so sorry. I went to the outhouse and then I couldn't go. I don't know what happened, so I can't. Anyway, so it is a mom life. It's crazy. It is so crazy. I couldn't go. I went, I couldn't go. I think it was the chicken in the outhouse. I have a little outhouse, okay? I live in the country and I got a little outhouse, and the rooster went in there, and then I just couldn't go. And then I was just like, I can't stay out here for too long. And then I was just talking about movements, and it was bad. I couldn't go. I couldn't go. I'm gonna wash my hands. Thank you for the reminder. Wash my hands right now with my baby wipes. It's good for a baby. It's good for mama. Bless y'all's heart. Y'all are the best. Anyway, I am going to have to get off because, I'm going to have to eventually go. But it has been really amazing. The link is for the book is on there. It's really been an eye-opener. I'm already like planning on what I'm going to reintroduce at the end of 10 days. And hopefully it will be something that continues on. It will continue on. I won't lie. I'm 173 right now. I'm 173. And I got an itch. Sorry. I got an itch in my back. I want to go to bed at 173 and wake up in the next morning 132 and be done. I'm not going to lie. I mean, I know it doesn't happen in one day. It takes time. I didn't put it all back in one day, but I just really do just want to go to bed at 172 and wake up at 132 and just the journey done, and I can just eat like this the rest of my life and not have to go through the day in, day out to get there. We're the same weight. Yay! I mean, keep on keeping on. And I'm just kind of like, I'm not eating carbs. I'm not eating starches except a little bit of carrots. I'm not eating sugar. I'm not eating dairy. But I'm eating nuts. So I'm like, I know I'm getting my calories plenty with the nuts. And at the same time, I get encouragement for those being around that it's just like, oh girl, I know. I wish I could like figure out a way to like keep the conversation going so y'all can be like conversing with each other. You can always do it on my Facebook page. You can get a conversation going there. But my train of thought just left. The stress, I've been dealing with stress so much easier this week after going off the sugar and everything. So, but I know I'm overeating on the almonds and the nuts and stuff like that. But I'm just like, I'm doing this. My biggest motivation, besides the fact that I was aggravated with my husband, I would have just kept on keeping on doing Weight Watchers the way I always do Weight Watchers. But it had more to do with my stress. And my stress was so debilitating over the last few weeks or whatever. And really, really debilitating, that by going off the sugar and going off the caffeine and going off whatever else I've gone off, I'm not as debilitated. I'm still stressed, but I'm not as debilitated. So that has been like a serious thing. Serious thing. And like, I really miss Tangy. I don't know about you guys. I really, 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 really miss Tangy. And for those that don't know, I started doing live chats last December because I was doing so good with my weight loss. Last year, I like totally lost 40 pounds. I was so much more lighter than I am right now. I put 20 of it back on. Well, 30, 20, 25 of it back on. No, about 20 of it back on right now that I got down from. But I kind of started coaching Tangy, and we decided we would do the coaching as a live show on here, and that was Mama Gets Fit. And so last year in December, we started Mama Gets Fit. And I like, now that we don't do it as much, we don't get time to be in contact with each other. But I'm reading. Wow, you guys are chatty. I like it. Keep it coming. I have to go gluten-free last year, and it was difficult to give up bread. I really do feel better and lost 20 pounds. Right. And stress can be very debilitating. Yes. And I use essential oils too, because essential oils have been huge for anxiety for me. Film what you love and are passionate about. Well, and that's typically what I do. But here lately, my brain has been spinning so much with the stress that I can't like get in front of a camera and talk. It's been really hard to talk. But I think I'll probably, like something will happen, and then like everything will click, and I'll just start popping out videos every day. And you guys will be like, yeah, there's a video every day. I'll just jump in and do videos, and then people will begin to give their requests, and then you guys are talking about becoming YouTuber. My best advice is make a lot of videos. Your first month, make as many videos as you can. I have several hundred videos. If you go through my video count, I have tons and tons of videos. I have some videos that still probably haven't got more than 100 views from back in the day. And it was like such a good thing, because as I haven't been making videos this last month, my total channel views are still they're holding out pretty good, because I have so much content. And learn how to write descriptions and learn how to use your keywords. And then make a video on what you're passionate about. Because if you're making a video that you're not passionate about it, you're not going to be all there. And I mean, listen, like me learning how to, hold on. Oh no. Okay, sorry. I was reading J Town's there about her service dog. Wow. Grow your own Scrooby, brew black tea, sweeten it, and then let it cool down, and so that it's not enough to kill the bacteria. And add some unflavored kombucha. I almost did that, but then I drank the kombucha when I got home. Lori, I almost did that, but I did. I totally came home and drank the kombucha. I was like, drank the kombucha. I just have had so much fun watching you ladies. I want to bring you all into my home. Oh, thank you. I think it'll be cool. But yeah, make good videos and make what you're passionate about. And if you go back and watch some of my first videos, they were horrible. They were horrible. I was just like, okay, this is what I'm doing. And then I had postpartum anxiety when I started doing it. And so if you notice, my voice is really high pitched. When my voice is really high pitched, it's me having anxiety. And I was really slow. Like I'd be like, yeah. And so I'd make 30-minute videos, because it was full of try to cut out your because I mean, you might, when you first start out, you only have about a minute. Make the first minute be the most powerful minute of your video, because that's what's going to keep people hanging out. All right, so that's what's going on. I'll tell you next week if I'm still on it. I'm trying to figure out I'm trying to figure out what we're going to do for Thanksgiving and how we're going to handle that. And that's next week. But we'll be here next week. We won't do a so long next week. But we'll do a so long Thursday at 2 o'clock. So make sure that you hit the thumbs up if you're still here. Hit the bell. And no, I haven't had a chance to talk to her, Green Gables. I tried to add a link from my Facebook page to connect you to the instruction with photos on growing your own SCOBY, but it won't let me. Hey, go to my Facebook page. Just so Trish, go to the messengers and send it to that. So then I'll get it. And then I'll be linked to you and I can follow you back. All right, so you got any prayer requests that I can get real quickly before like Mother Nature calls once again? Okay, but don't forget, Thursday we're going to talk about how to sew, and I'll do it just like I did the last video. The first 30 minutes of the live show, so I'm going to give you about 5 minutes to get there on time. But the first 30 minutes I'm going to do really making this pattern and all the measurements you need and all of that. And then like a half hour or 45 minutes after that, we'll hang out and chatter as I sew and talk and stuff. My advice is to you to poke around on these ladies' channels and see. Yes, definitely go and check out the people that are there. All right, any prayer requests? You got like 5 minutes. Mother Nature's about to call again. Because I didn't talk to her like I should have earlier. That stupid rooster. He was like all like, we need a stove hopefully before Thanksgiving. Man, Jadon, you really are having a hard time, girl. Prayer for our church fundraiser. All right, time's running out. All right, that's all I got. That's all I got. You guys, I'm so sorry. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for what you've given us together to be together again this week. I just greatly appreciate it, how much you have blessed me with these amazing women that come and join me each week, dear Lord, and just their faithful commitment to the fellowship that we get to have together in the community that they help build. Dear Lord, be with Breath as she's looking for a husband, Lord. Just bless and just let her be fruitful and be in your will to get there. Dear Lord, we just really want to cover Jayton in prayer, Lord, and lift her up. She is definitely has been through trials, dear Lord, and she has that hysterectomy coming up, and you just like have your hand in it, dear Lord. Be with her daughter and the loss of their service dog, dear Lord, and just give comfort and the ability to like move to get a new service dog for the needs that she has, dear Lord, and let her get a stove. Dear Heavenly Father, dear Lord, be with Tracy and their church fundraiser today. Lord, be with me and my patience with our home, dear Lord, and just be with my daughter as we figure out what it is and how you want me to feed her, dear Lord, and what it is that we have to protect her and help her be what you plan for her to be. Lord, again, thank you for the time that you bring us together. Thank you for the freedoms that we have to homeschool, dear Lord, in the community that you've given to us in this awesome technology. In your son's precious name we pray, amen. I love you all, but I gotta go. And when I say I gotta go, you know what I mean.